Hey, sorry YouTube, I was rudely interrupted by my sister, but whatever. But like I was saying, I'm definitely gonna go to the Sports Summit next year, and I hope to see you guys there because, you know what, it's just a great thing that's happening, like getting everyone together, and what we did there was just so, it made me want to be that much more of an activist, and I feel as though I am an advocate of the trans community, especially youth who don't really have a voice. I feel I'm not saying that you don't have, you know what I mean, but like, I feel like I've tried to make strides in my community, at my school, and in Vancouver area, I go into schools and I do educational pieces, and I feel like I went down there and I was like, oh my god, I'm not the only one doing this. There's organizations that do this, and I mean, I think it's because there's not a lot of those summits kind of things up in Canada, and just going down to the states where in some states you don't even have the right to marry your partner. Like it's crazy to think that. Whereas in Canada you have the right of marriage equality, and you have the, well, we're hopefully getting the rights of Bill 279, C-279, which is the transgender rights bill. Hopefully you have the right soon to just be who you are, and I think that, and just going down there to see how, how behind America is, unfortunately, in this particular case, and but to see people fighting for rights for other people, and just you know I got to meet Patrick Burke, who is the big person at the You Can Play project, and he's amazing. He's like the coolest person I've ever met, really. Like, he's just what he does for a living. Like, who I would kill to do that, even though it's a really tough job. But it's an amazing project. I got to meet one of the head people who does all the day-to-day work of the You Can Play project, which is absolutely amazing. Stephanie is amazing. She's so cool. I mean, I got to meet so many cool athletes like Wade Davis and Fallon Fox, like I mentioned before. Like, I am truly starstruck, to be honest with you. It was amazing, and it was just amazing how we can come together, and we went through all the same things, some worse than others. Fortunately, I believe, had quite an easy road in transitioning. Not to say that I did not have any hardships or bumps in the road, but you know what, it's hard to see people who went through the things that they went through, and considering the fact that I didn't have to go through that is truly amazing, but it's also really upsetting to see, people not be able to just be who they are, and having to make such a big deal as coming out as a lesbian, or as coming out as trans, or as gay, and just I was a lesbian before I transitioned, and I was like 5. Like, I was a lesbian when I was 5. Like, before that, I would walk. I have 2 godmothers. Okay, let's start with this. I have 2 godmothers, and I have a crush on one of them, and which is weird now saying that now, because I totally, like, she's totally my type, which is awkward, but you know what I mean. Like, I totally had a crush on her, and apparently I walked her to her car one day, and I was like, 4, 5, 6 maybe, and I walked her to her car, and I made her stand on the inside of the street, saying that if there was a car that splashed us, that I would get dirty and you won't, and she was just so, like, odd, and she was. Anyways, I opened her car door for her, and I got her in her car, and I waved her goodbye, and she phones my mom, and she goes, oh my god, Annika is such a little, oh my god, she's like a little baby butch," and I'm like, and my mom tells me this story, and I'm like, oh my god, that's hilarious, and that's just, and it's just really funny, I mean, like I was saying, it's sad to see that people have to, fight for the right to be independent and be them. And I'm just like, it was a no-brainer for me. I didn't even have to declare my being a lesbianness or whatever, you know what I mean? I mean, I didn't have to tell my parents I was trans. They knew. They honestly kind of told me, because before anything, my parents are the ones who came up to me and goes, "So there's this thing called blockers. It's called Lupron, and it suppresses female puberty, where you don't have to." Like, my mom told me that. Like, I didn't do any research, and I feel so privileged, honestly. Like, whose parents do that for them? And anyways, like, I'm blabbering now, but whatever. Um, that conference, that summit, is amazing. Nike's going to be doing it again. It's going to be on the Nike campus in Portland, Oregon. And I suggest those of us who do struggle with homophobia, transphobia, biphobia, and biases in sport to definitely attend. It is an amazing conference. You will meet so many cool people, get so many amazing connections. Campus Pride was there. Let's not forget Campus Pride. And just to meet other people, right? It's an amazing place to make huge connections, and it was truly an honor to be there. Another thing, which I just thought of, was the Advocate did I think it was a poll or some sort of thing for the 55 most inspirational LGBTQ athletes in sports this year. And I had the privilege of not only being on the list, which was a complete honor to be named in the same list sentence as some of these amazing athletes, but I had the honor of being in the top 10. I got to be 8th, which is truly mind-blowing. I was talking to my friend as I opened up the link. I'm like, oh, I'll probably be near the bottom, but still amazing to be on the list. And then I open it up and I scroll down and I go, holy shit, I'm like 8th. And then I continue scrolling to see who's like after me. And there's Fallon Fox at 12. And then there's Jason Collins. Jesus Christ. Jason Collins was at the summit. And he was number 18. And I'm like, holy crap, I'm 10 spots in front of Jason Collins. Like, that's truly amazing. And I feel so honored, like truly honored to be that high on the list. And the people that were named after me, I'm like, but they have done so much more work. And I hope I'm an inspiration to others, because I've had a blast during my journey, and it's been truly fun. And I know I keep saying that. I mean, how else to describe my journey? It's been really, really fun. And with that said, I will hopefully be posting more YouTube videos. I keep saying this, so don't hold my word on it or anything. But the summer's coming up. I'm going to be going to the Gender Spectrum Conference, so I'm gonna see you there, because you're gonna be there, because you're gonna want to see me. No, I'm joking. You should go because it's an amazing conference. And then Pride Vancouver, I'm going to go to Pride Vancouver, and I'm either going to go in with the Canucks, which would be cool, so cool, or I'm going to march with the Vancouver School Board, which I did last year. And yeah, but you know what, if you guys have any questions at all, I love answering questions. I love speaking. I love going out and doing workshops. It's one of my favorite things, because not only do I get to miss school, but I get to educate in what I know, and that's always really fun to talk about shit that you know about. I've seen a lot of people are like, what about parents' videos? I can do a parent video. As someone who is 16 years old and a youth and a child or whatever, talking to parents is something that I want to do so that their children are able to be who they are. So just let me know the questions that you think I should do in the video, and hopefully I'll do the video having more time in the summer. So yeah, hope everyone's doing awesome, just like I have in the past little while. And please ask any questions that you want, because I'm super open, super out. So yeah, so awesome. Thanks YouTube for watching this really long video. But yeah, peace.